Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Adrocks, and we're here for another Freelancer breakdown, this time featuring Gremolitions Inc. This pair of test tube gremlins love to blow stuff up, and, well, really, that's about it. So without further ado, let's get into their skins, abilities, modifications, and thoughts. The explosive Gremlin brothers have the default Sundite skin at level 1, with Prototype the unlockable default, Photosynthetic at level 6, Mutation at level 8, Exobionic goes to the Master Style at level 10, the Golden Age from the Trust Pack, and Ultraviolet, which you can only get through the Scoundrel's Loot Matrix. Their other skin is the Great War. You can unlock Flak at level 1, Industrial at level 6, Academy at level 8, Golden Warrior at level 10, the Master Style, and Crusader, which you can only get through the Immortals Loot Matrix. The Gremlin's first ability is Boom Boom, a no cooldown blast phase ability which launches 2 arcing bombs that deal damage. If they do not hit a target, they leave behind a mine that will deal minor damage and last for 2 turns. You gain 6 energy per enemy hit. Modifications include Boom Boom. The first bomb fired deals additional damage if it hits an enemy. Cannoneer, which increases the arc width for the second bomb. No downsides, which no longer gives Boom Boom a minimum range. And Mighty Mines, which increases the damage of the mines by a little bit. The Gremlin's second action is Splort, a blast phase 4 cooldown ability that's also a free action. You drop mines in all adjacent squares to Gremolitions Inc. that deal damage and last for 2 turns. You gain 6 energy per enemy hit. Modifications include Energy Bank, which give the mines 2 more energy, Long Fuse, which make the lines last for an additional turn, Bomb and Run, which gains you haste until the end of the next turn, and Shock Mines. Enemies that are hit by the mines are weakened until the end of the next turn. The Gremlin brothers' third ability is Big Bang, a blast phase 5 cooldown ability that will lob a concussive bomb that deals damage and knocks back any enemy's hit. You gain 8 energy per enemy hit. Modifications include Bigger Bang, which will increase the size of the explosion, but increase the minimum range by 1. Party Crasher, which deals more damage for each target hit. Got Your Name on It, which if only 1 target is hit, they'll take additional damage and are knocked back 2 more spaces. And Blast Force, which increases the knockback distance. The brothers' fourth ability is Bombing Run, a dash phase 7 cooldown ability which will jump you to 2 locations in quick succession, dealing damage to nearby enemies and gaining energy per enemy hit. Modifications include Splort Again, which resets the cooldown of Splort, Extra Fuel, which increases the maximum range of each jump by 1, and Leftia Present, which will leave you a mine at each location you jumped. Maniacal Mayhem is Gremolition Inc.'s final ability, is a blast phase 0 cooldown, provided you have 100 energy, ability which will launch 4 bombs into target locations, dealing damage to enemies hit. If enemies are hit with more than 1 bomb, they'll take extra damage per bomb, and bombs cannot be placed directly on top of one another. Modifications include Artillery Barrage, which will increase the range by 3 and widen the arc, Minefield, which will leave mines at all bomb locations that do not hit an enemy, and how many? 6? Launches 2 more bombs, and enemies that are hit by additional bombs only take a little bit extra damage, as opposed to the original. So now we lead into our thoughts. Okay, and first off, Tryon, Gremolitions Inc. is not an easy name to say. I mean, other people call them Grim, the Gremlin Brothers, the hell if I know. It's just such a weird name. It's cool. It's just kind of weird to say for videos. Just saying that. Maybe I'm just slightly pouty about it, but whatever. Doesn't matter. Grem Inc., they have stupid long range, which is really fun, and they have great AoE potential, but your damage output is very deceptive. If you lead your shots and you can predict enemy movements, your offensive output can be fantastic. If not, your damage kind of feels subpar. The Gremlin brothers are all about control. You control where the battle will happen unless the enemy wants to take a ton of damage. And if they want to come to you, you can still control the battle by leaving bombs in your wake as you run away. Plus, you can block off escapes easier than most other characters can. Gremolitions Inc. can bypass most forms of cover, whether they're natural ones from the maps or created by characters such as Rampart. So keep that in mind. If you think you're not going to get that shot out, there's actually a pretty good chance you'll be able to get it out. And on top of that, get the full amount of damage instead of just defensive damage. Like they take half damage or something from walls and stuff. Boom Boom, Big Bang, and Bombing Run all have a minimum range by default. You gotta keep that in mind. Some mods will get you around that, but you always gotta keep at least 4 squares away from the action, or you'll risk getting caught in the dead zone. If you're caught in the dead zone, even Bombing Run only has a little bit of ways to get you to safety. Honestly, once they close the gap on you, it's really not a fun time, and you're gonna be wasting a lot of turns just trying to get back out to set yourself up. Boom Boom and Bombing Run's second bomb or range is narrower than the first, so make sure you know where you're going, or you can end up in a really bad spot and have to waste a catalyst to correct yourself in the case of Bombing Run. Don't forget that Splort is a free action, and you can use it before a dash or before a bomb, a boom boom, blah blah. You know, those things, the bombs things. You can do it in case you have a stealth Nyx or a pup nearby. You can also kind of preempt it by throwing out Splort, then throw a Boom Boom in your getaway direction, and then watch that melee think twice before they blindly auto-follow you through your minefield. Big Bang should not be ignored. You can throw one of those to get your heat off your support or to give your melee some space. If you have a teammate with a gate ability, like say Gray, Helio, Aurora, and a pool like Rampart or Pup, you get to watch the fireworks as the enemy bounces back and forth through those fields and pools, and imagine their sweet, sweet rage tears. Maniacal Mayhem is kind of tricky to land if you have not been paying attention to the dashes and blinks. I personally like to overlap it a little bit, just in case. So say you have one character you hit with the Maniacal Mayhem, then you kind of offset your second splash that they're still being tagged by a corner, but that way in case you're say L or Oz with multiple Oz's, you have a higher degree of success with your ult. And that ends this session of Freelancer Breakdown featuring Gremolitions Inc. Keep an eye out for Atlas Reactor's open beta weekends, as well as, you know, if you're kind of curious, throw me a line. Maybe I can kind of help you out. I don't know, no success there, but it's worth a shot. Until then, please, I love and welcome all the comments and suggestions I get from Reddit, Facebook, anywhere else to make the series better for anyone watching it. Show this to your friends if they're interested in playing, and until then, I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.